Ladies and gentlemen, what is cracking? Yeah. Papi, I'm here at Tate's. It's been a while. It's been a long time. It's been a year and something. So you can slap me right here. And but I'm back. I told you I was gonna be back, and I'm super grateful that Tate's and everybody in here allows me to come in here, just grab their stuff, which is up for sale, and do some videos. So awesomeness. I'm pumped. A little bit. I'm getting over a cold actually. As you can hear, I'm still sounding like Darth Vader-ish. But I'm ready to get this going. So let's do it. So I just wanted to show you the box real quick. This is how big this thing is. It is ginormous. I mean, it's huge. It looks really nice. It has a big ass photo of him. And in the back, or I should say, I think this is the front. It has a really awesome design. Whoever did this at Sideshow, they rocked. And it looks really badass. So it looks awesome. So as you can see, right now I have the Gladiator Hulk from Sideshow Collectibles. First, I mean, if you know me, you know I'm a Hulk bitch. If you don't know me, then you know already because I just said it. I love the Hulk. The last thing I reviewed that was Hulk related, and it was at Tate's, it was the Avengers maquette. And the one complaint I had about the Avengers maquette was the fact that the color looked too pasty, it was too white. Let me tell you something, the color here looks green, and it looks awesome. It is fantastic, way better than the maquette, color-wise. And so, it's Gladiator Hulk from Planet Hulk. If you haven't read the series, I suggest you do. It's fantastic. It leads up to World War Hulk, and it's freaking awesome. So, let's start with the head, okay? The head, he comes with the helmet. Again, he's the Gladiator. Here's where he starts fighting. He actually fights Silver Surfer. But he has the helmet. The actual feathers on top are like a soft plastic, so they bend, which is nice because it doesn't make him as fragile as if they were polished stone. So I think that was a good thing on Sideshow, making him that way. The helmet looks fantastic. The head is actually removable. You can take it off and on. And I'm sure it comes out like that in the box. I haven't seen the box opened it yet, so I'm just assuming it comes like that in the box. There's a lot of great detail in the helmet, and it has the that little face that he has in the comic, and pretty cool. I haven't actually seen the comic in a while, so I can't remember exactly what was that. I should have done that research before coming here, but when I get here, it's just random. What am I gonna do today? You know what I'm saying? But the helmet looks awesome. The face looks pretty badass. I really like how mean he looks. I mean, it just looks pissed off. It looks like he's ready to kick some ass. He also has this humongous sword, which is ridiculous. You can actually take it off, and let me show you here how big it is compared to me. I mean, look at this. I can use this as a machete. This is ridiculous. So it is ginormous. All the joints, all the keys are magnetic, so it'll lock into place with the magnets. Pretty crazy. Really good detail. I mean, it's messed up. It's a broadsword, and it's seen its days at the ring, or the Coliseum, whatever you want to call it. But pretty badass. While I'm on the sword, the fingers actually have I think it's one of those. The only complaint I really do have about this figure is the fact that there's a little paint slip going on the handle of the sword from the fingers. It's not that big of a deal, honestly, but it would have been better if it was not there. The actual wraps on the hand look really nice. It's all sculpted except for the skirt, so this is all sculpted. I think it would have been cool to see it without being sculpted, like actual leather, fake leather, whatever you call that. But whatever. They did a good job, and that looks awesome. Let me not get ahead of myself though. Let's return to this chest area as well. The chest looks fantastic. I think everything looks awesome. He looks just big. It's just freaking Hulk, man. He looks awesome. I'm really pumped. as you can tell. He comes with the obedience disc, which you can actually take off. It's magnetic as well, and it's actually sculpted to fit perfectly on that bicep. So it's not like it'll just go wherever. There's a specific way to put it, and it'll adjust itself with the magnet. So that's cool. You can display it with the obedience disc, this or without it. Pretty awesome. Again, the wraps for the hand armor he has is all sculpted here. I think the paint looks really good. There's no really seeable paint mixing between the green and the brown like there was in the handle of the bar of the sword, which is nice. The abs look like loaves of bread, green loaves of bread. It's pretty crazy. And the back of the figure, again, monstrous back. Look at my hand right there. I mean, it's ginormous. The leather straps continue back here. They look really nice. The shading, I think, is really good. It's probably one of the best painted Hulk statues that I've seen in a while. And again, I'm comparing it to the Avengers maquette, so that's pretty cool. And what else does he have back here? You can actually see the sculpt of the bicep. I mean, I think Mantin Canal in the Gore Group did a phenomenal job on this. So you have the this ginormous shield, which is ridiculously big again, and you can take it off really quick right there. So this is how big it is. You can see inside here and back here. I mean, I can use this as a bullet vest. It's so big. But you could take a nice look at the hand armor here. I'm not sure if there's an actual word for that piece. If somebody knows it, put it down in the comments. I would appreciate it. But this hand armor right here with the shoulder pad right here looks freaking awesome. I actually I'd like to see this more, but again, this is pretty badass, so whatever. I think King Hulk has that part of the hand revealed. I can't remember right now, but don't hold me to that. But either way, looks pretty badass, awesome, huge, great paintwork, by the way. You barely see this, and I think they did a fantastic job on coloring this to make it pop out, even when it's behind the this ginormous shield. Well, down we got the skirt, which is the only piece of real clothing, if you will, that the statue comes with. It's two pieces, and it's this piece right here, the really brown segmented piece. I don't know what you call it. And then you got the bottom one, which is like more like a maroon piece of cloth that he has around him. If you take that off, he has like black underwear down there, and I did some pretty good close-ups of the actual leg muscles, which are again pretty awesome. And I love how they painted them really nicely, just like everything else, even though you don't see them. That's pretty badass. And you got some really awesome thigh muscles there, and on both legs actually, which look pretty cool. And he also has a sexy booty because it's you know, the Hulk, and he has some pretty good glutes because he has so much muscle everywhere. So it looks pretty cool. It's easy to take off. It's velcroed, both pieces are velcroed, so no big deal there if you want to display him without it. Don't know why you would do that, but hey, whatever. And you can actually display it just with the brown skirt, which, yeah, kind of cool as well. But I like him like this. Another thing I want to point out about the skirt is that it's actually weathered, and you know, I'm glad it's weathered because I've seen some back in the day, some statues that had clothing, but they were not really that weathered, and they were weathered in the prototype. So I'm really happy that this is really nicely weathered. I mean, yes, another artist could do a better job if they had him right here in front of them, but this is production, and for a production, I'm pumped. I'm pumped. So you don't really have to do anything. You just put him up, done. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. So pretty awesome. Love it, love it, love it. The feet, now that I was showing you a close-up of the thighs and whatnot, you got the boots, or the sandals, or boot sandal, whatever that combination is, but they're definitely not Crocs. Again, great sculpting. Man, I'm losing my voice. Great sculpt, nice little weathering on the bottom of the toes, which is nice. Again, I really love the weathering. I'm glad it's weathered, and I'm really pumped about this. I'm really pumped. Have I said that before? I don't know if I said it. I don't own it. but I'm pumped. I would love to own this. But anyways, freaking awesome. So let me show you. You know, you're looking at the close-ups of the shoes, which are again really nice. Even the back part of it is really nice as well. I mean, it almost looks like it's real leather or real material instead of actually sculpted there. So the sculpt is fantastic, and the paint applications is really good. Gives you that real look, even though it's not. So that's pretty nice. And then you have the base. The base is really nice. It's intricate. Not that much color. I think I would have liked it to see more color on the base. But they did do some good work. You know what I'm saying? They do have pieces of a sword here. They have some nice detail on the steps that he's standing on. The actual broken parts on the side of the base still have some nice cool detail in the back and the front. And it has this little piece right here that is actually magnetic as well, so you can take it off or put it on there. And yeah, I mean, it looks really nice. So I'm really pumped with this statue. It looks fantastic, and definitely one of the pieces that any Hulk fan should have at their house. And I'm talking to myself too. So looks badass. And I don't think I have anything else to say about this guy, because he looks pretty freaking awesome. So let's get the guys down there and see if they want to say something about this statue. All right, guys, I got Anthony from downstairs. Obviously, he works at Tate's, and he's gonna tell me what he thinks about this figure. Bobby, what's going on?
One, forewarning to anybody who buys it, he comes in like 1 billion pieces. He takes forever to put together, but he's really cool. I like him. I do have one criticism, and it's just a weird personal thing. And it's only because the last few Hulk statues that came out were all so hyper real and detailed.
Okay.
He just looks so cartoony.
Gotcha.
That next to other of the last 2 Sideshow statues, he looks really out of place. He is really cool though. He looks a little bit like an orc from World of Warcraft. From the not from actually just Warcraft, not even World, just Warcraft. He's really cool though. He's got a lot of good detail. All his damage was all hand painted on. They had like a whole big thing about that, how they painted all like the weathering on, was really cool. This is my favorite part, although I wish it was like not sculpted.
Like real feathers?
Or something like
mimicking
horsehair.
I didn't think of that. That's pretty cool.
That's just because I would think that would be cool. He's really cool though, especially because like it would match because his skirt is real fabric. It would just match perfectly. However, it would also collect dust like crazy, so it's probably a good thing. He has a really awesome base, which is like my favorite part of the whole thing. His base has like all these little details. It looks like he just fucked some shit up.
Right.
And his shield is like the coolest thing ever. And it's also the lightest part of him.
Yeah.
The shield is actually the lightest part of him. And actually the base is not that heavy either. It's him that's really heavy.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like his torso weighs a hell of a lot. Like this whole thing weighs a lot. I think it's a pretty cool figure. I wish they would put out like a like I'd love like a scar that matches this. Like something else from the Planet Hulk series would be great.
Oh, that would be nice.
Like just some of the other, like because he looks so cool, it'd be really cool to have other statues in the Planet Hulk, World War Hulk, that kind of vein. But yeah, my only big criticism, and it's not even criticism really, is that just the last 2 Hulk statues from Sideshow look so hyper realistic. I wish he was on that same level. But at the same time, there's something to be said for comic booky. So he looks great regardless. I will say he is one of the heavier Sideshow statues they put out
recently, right?
Recently, which is weird.
He's
heavier than Galactus.
It reminds me of the original PF.
He's heavier than Galactus. He's heavier than Sauron. He's heavier than all the premium formats they've been putting out recently. So if you get him, he needs to be on a very sturdy something.
Yeah.
Which kind of shocked us because most of the Sideshow statues have been pretty light lately.
They're pretty hollow.
You know, like
even the
Apocalypse was super light. He was actually really light. Yeah, he was a dream to handle. Like taking him on and off the shelf, and we found something else. I was like, He was extremely light. This one's just really a solid. But I think it's because he also has a massive base.
True.
But yeah, be forewarned. When you buy him, he's extremely heavy. Make sure he's on a shelf that will support him. Also, I wish this lit up. I don't know why. I just do. It didn't light up in the comic books, so it doesn't really matter. I just want it to light up.
It would have been a nice little touch.
Although there are a couple paint defects, and all of them have it. Every one of them has this little at the wrist. Every one that we found online, almost all of them have a little bit of a green paint right here at the wrist.
And even in the right here by the handle, it has a little paint.
Yeah, it's just
in.
they kind of it's not as well painted. It's still really nicely painted. Like the damage is well painted. It's well shaded. It's a little too cartoon shaded for me. The divide between highlight and shadow is so stark. I wish it was a little more subtle. But I think they were going for that stark comic.
Do you think it's better colored than the the maquette from the Avengers? Remember, it was kind of pasty and white?
I thought well, the maquette just looks so dull.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I do like this coloring better, which I think I complained about that one too. Yeah. So I like this one better. I don't know why, but I like that they actually got the weird like little elephant skin elbows. I don't know, it's really cool. Yeah, although they always see that on the Hulk. He used to exfoliate down there. But yeah, otherwise they have a little bit of paint like bleed over from the finger to this handle, which is weird because Sideshow's usually really good about that, and they all have it. Yeah. It's not just this one. Every single one we checked, and we went online. We talked to a bunch of people who have it. So they all have it. It's just that's how these are painted.
That's so weird.
Yeah. But at the same time, the trade-off is the damage is all so nice. Like, see, like this is like this is one of the small pieces. Tons of these little small pieces. So, but the weathering is so nice, and the damage is so it's like, oh, that's your trade-off because this is all done by hand. Every one of them it'll be slightly different on there because it was actually So small complaints. The only major, legitimate, honest, major complaint I have, and I'm pretty sure you noticed it, is that the seam between neck and head is so incredibly obvious.
Oh, you know what? I don't think I even said anything about that because I was so...
It's such an incredibly obvious, like, seam.
Yeah, I guess
and it's weird because Sideshow's usually a lot better about hiding their seams.
Yeah, you kind of don't really notice it when he's in front of you.
If you have him positioned the right way, you'll never notice it. But if you have him positioned at all,
where
you can see the side, it's a very, like, clear... And it's on all of, which is weird because Sideshow's usually
nice at hiding the seams. Gotcha.
But otherwise, it's good. He's got like individual stitching sculpted into all his straps.
I thought it was real for a second.
Yeah, like it looks like it could be leather, like real, like all the buttons. It actually looks like it could be fabric, and it's not. Which is again the only reason why I wish this wasn't sculpted because this all looks like it is real fabric. But that's just a personal thing. Overall, I think he's a pretty sweet statue.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Well, Anthony, appreciate you coming by.
Not a problem.
From down there to up here.
From down there to up here. It's a flash.
Give me your thoughts, man. I appreciate that.
Not a problem. I'm going to exit that way.
Ladies. So, guys, you saw this review right here at Tate's. Let me know what happened. Do you like it? You don't like it? What's crack-a-lack? And let me know in the comments. If you liked it, subscribe. If you didn't, let me know why. Hey, give me a thumbs down. But hopefully it's a thumbs up and a subscribe, right? Appreciate it. Anyways, you can follow me on Twitter so we can have a conversation. You can share toy porn on Instagram. And make sure you follow Tate's on Instagram, on Twitter, on everywhere. Links are everywhere on the description, alright? So thanks again, guys, for watching. I'll take my sick ass back home to rest a little bit. Later.